So in question 2 here, A is the point minus 2 minus 4, B is the point minus 1 minus 5. Plot points A and B is the first part. So this is our coordinate plane here, and of course you will have proper grid paper doing these questions. So for me here, I've got minus 2 minus 4, x before y here, just got to remember that, x before y, and x before y, that's, you just need to remember the coordinate parts. So when we're doing this, out to x, whatever that is, so it's minus 2 in this case, out to minus 2, and down to minus 4. Now, you don't get full marks for that, you must label your point. Label your point A there, okay? So you must label your point. And B there is minus 1 minus 5, minus 1 minus 5. So minus 1 minus 5 there is out to minus 1, down to minus 5, and that's your B there. So it looks quite small, we'll just get a little bit of a blow up on it. And there is minus 2 minus 4 and minus 1 minus 5. And hopefully you can see there that that line, as I read it from left to right, that is going down from left to right, so you're going to get a negative slope. Okay, you're going to get a negative slope there when you're doing that. Right, moving on. So, first part we've got here, we've got to find the distance from A to B. So the distance, so points down, label, and tell us up here on the right, find AB. So, and we've got our formula here. So points down, label, formula, set it up. So said I'd do the setting up live so that people will get this right, because this is a really tricky one. So points down, label, formula, set up, and now start filling in. There is all negative numbers, so you're going to need brackets for everywhere. We're into bracket town here. X2 is minus 1. X1 is minus 2. We've got Y2 is minus 5. And Y1 is minus 4. Right? So that's what we've got there in bracket town. Hopefully that's looking alright. And I should have had my calculator ready. This is going to give me a second just to get the calculator here up and running. So just give me 1 second. Just calculator, throw it up on the screen here. So if we bring this in here and we throw in square root, and we've got an outside bracket going on here, so we'll just get that in there, an outside bracket. Then we've got inside here, we have another bracket, minus 1, close the bracket, minus, reading from left to right, there's another bracket, minus 2, close the bracket, another bracket, then we've got our squared, then we've got a plus, then we've got our black bracket there, then we've got a purple bracket, then we've got minus 5, then we close our bracket, then we've got another minus, then we've got a purple bracket, minus 4, close the purple bracket, we've got another black bracket, and then we've got the squared. And I just followed along from left to right there. Now I'm going to press equals, and I get root 2 as my answer. If you did not get root 2, you did not do that correctly. I'll come back to that in a moment there. The next one we've got to find here is, going back to our question, part 3, find the midpoint of AB. So the midpoint of AB here, so same protocol again as before. First thing there, we're up here to the midpoint. So midpoint of AB. So points down, label, formula, and we're going belt away here again, set up. So set up here in this one, again all negative numbers, watch it. All negative numbers, so watch it here. So we throw in our brackets here now. So we've got x1, which is bracket minus 2. We've got our x2 is minus 1, so bracket minus 1. That's fine. And then we've got y1, which is minus 4. And we've got y2, which is minus 5. Just double check that. x1 is minus 2. x2 is minus 1. y1 is minus 4. And y2 is minus 5. So again, your calculator is going to become heavily involved in here in this question. And so for example, if I throw the calculator up there, I'm going to put in the first bits, clear that. And I put in my fraction button. And along the top line of the fraction button, I go bracket. I put in, sorry, it was too low for me. So minus 2, close bracket. Then we put in the add sign. And then we put in another bracket there, minus 1, close bracket, all over 2. That's your first bit there, press equals. And you get minus 3 over 2 there. Fire that down. And for the other part there, we've got fraction button again, open bracket, minus 4, plus bracket minus 5. You can see this clearly, all over 2. Press equals, and you get minus 9 over 2. So that's the answer to that one. Again, I suppose just to understand there, that if you were plotting here, it would be easier to understand that that's minus 1.5 and that is minus 4.5. That's easier for plotting, but in your answer here, that is the answer, nice and handy. And the last part is to find the slope of AB. Same thing again, points down, label, and this time we've got our formula here, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, difference of the y's over difference of the x's. And we're just going to go set it up. We're going to fill in. So y2 here is minus 5. y1 is minus 4. x2 is minus 1. And x1 is minus 2. And now I get the calculator here. Bang it up on the board there. Press AC to clear it. Fraction button, along the top I'm going to put bracket, minus 5, close bracket, minus bracket minus 4, close bracket, press the down arrow to get into the bottom, bracket minus 1, close bracket, minus bracket minus 2. I'm just following exactly what I'm seeing there on the board, and I get an answer of minus 1. For the slope, and that's consistent. I said it went down from left to right.